Hey guys, what is up? It's Duncan, and today I've got a special tips and tricks video for your iPhone and iPod Touch. Before we begin though, I just gotta say, wow. Yesterday when I made my video, I had 47 subscribers, and I was going to say, hey, thanks for making 50. But like, nah, well I don't have 50 quite yet. I was gonna wait till today to make the video. Well, today I reached 100 subscribers. I'm not kidding. Thank you guys all. Big thanks to Iron Man / City Themes for helping me out. I cannot believe how I've been getting maybe 2 subscribers a day. How I got 53 in one day, I don't know, but I'm not complaining. So anyway, thanks guys a lot, and so let's get this one started. Okay, so the first tip I will show you will be the music trick. Now, before I begin, I would just real quick note: this is just for the 2.2 firmware or above. I mean, 2.2 or 2.2.1. Anything below, I don't know if some of these tricks might work, some might. I don't really remember. And same with this is not. I don't know what works and what doesn't on the 3.0 beta. So just a quick shout out. Okay. So the first trick, and most of you guys probably know this one, is to double tap the home button. It will bring you up your music. So this is really handy for two ways. Like let's say you've got your iPod in your pocket, or your iPhone, obviously. You got it in your pocket, and you're listening to music. Well, in the old like iPod Nanos and everything, all I have to do is just pull it out, and just do the click wheel, whatever. And it can be kind of a little annoying with the iPhone and everything, because then you have to, unlock, then go hit the music and go into that. Well, there's a simpler trick, and all you have to do is just when you pull out of your pocket or whatever, double tap the home button. Then you'll get a little prompt with a small thing on the top. It'll give you the forward button, the next song, reverse song, pause, and then your volume. And that's pretty cool, and it's a nice thing. And what most people I know about that, but something some of you guys might not know is that double tapping the home button will work pretty much anytime. You can be on Safari surfing, and if you're listening to music, double tap the home button. It won't. Don't worry about it. Exiting Safari. If you hit it once, obviously it would, but if you double tap it, a little dialogue will come up it'll show say the album, the artist, the song that you're listening to, and it'll do the same. You can go to the next song, you can pause and all that. It's a pretty nice little trick. I'm sure most of you guys know it, but yeah, it's something pretty cool that you'll definitely want to know. Okay, so for my second tip / trick, whatever you like to call it, and this is, okay, I'll be straight, this is not really a tip or trick. This is just a feature that a lot of people don't really pay attention to on their iPhones and iPods. And this is the ability to watch and download podcasts. I'm sure practically all you guys know about this, but a lot of people tend to forget. They'll open it up when they first see it or whatever, and then kind of forget about it. So just in case you don't know, basically all you gotta do is open up iTunes, the iTunes application, and then hit Podcasts, which is I believe the fourth one on the bottom. And then basically you can pull up all kinds of podcasts from iTunes, just like you would on your computer. It's kind of set up sort of like App Store. I mean, very vaguely. You have like what's hot, and then you have the top 10s and everything. And you can go through the categories and you just look for them yourself. Now I won't get into too much of it. It's just podcasts, obviously. If you're really into podcasts, you'll probably already know about this. But it's pretty cool because one of my favorite things about it is that obviously you're limited on your space on your iPhone or iPod. Where if you've got an 18 or a 16 gig, maybe if you had a 32 gig, that wouldn't be too bad. You wouldn't mind downloading a lot of podcasts, but still, you got a limited amount of space on the device. So one of my favorite features with the podcast is that you don't have to download them. You can just watch them / listen to them, depending on if they're video or audio. But you can just watch or listen to them without having to download it at all. And obviously, you can download them if you want. So, like I said, not really it's not something most of you guys you'll all know about it, so it's not a big deal, but it's something kind of a lot of people forget, so I don't know, I just figured I'd just toss it in here. Okay, So my third tip slash trick is going to be the ability to watch videos slash MP3s or whatever music on the internet. Now, obviously, everyone knows that your iPhone or iPod Touch comes with a built-in YouTube, which obviously you can watch YouTube and everything. But what a lot of people don't realize is that it has YouTube, but any MP4 or any kind of video that the iPhone or iPod Touch can play, you can, and if it's on the internet, you can watch it. So now I do know that if you jailbreak, you can get a Flash player, but I'm not talking about jailbreaking. This is just anybody can use no matter what. It's really simple. Now I will say most sites are set up to have Flash, so not all of them at all really will have MP4. But like one of the bigger ones that bigger sites that does have MP4s that you can watch is Break. Now that's a really popular site. You can go ahead and watch just like on YouTube. All you have to do is just tap the little box and it'll be just like the YouTube. It'll appear. And obviously if it's gonna be used as Flash, you can't watch it. But a few places will have it, so it's kind of nice. And on the second thing is that you can do MP3s and whatever else music that the iPhone or iPod Touch could play. This is also kind of cool. Whenever you're like on the computer or whatever, and you see a thing where you want to listen to listen to some music or whatever, whether it's like sometimes like a preview of a song or whatever on the internet, or any kind of MP3 really. Well, if you can listen to it on your computer, odds are you can do it on your iPhone or iPod Touch, assuming that it's a standard format, not something kind of different. You could probably go ahead and listen to it on your iPhone or iPod Touch, and not necessarily download it, obviously, but you could at least listen to it. Those are a couple tricks that I like to know, just because that actually gives a lot of the functionality of your desktop or your laptop or whatever, your main computer, and your iPhone. So it's kind of nice to be able to do some extra things that it's kind of nice to do. Okay, so my last tip is probably something again that most of you guys know, but it's definitely something handy, and I use these a lot. And this is in Safari. You can create bookmarks that will be out on your actual iPod instead of inside Safari. These are handy for when you have sites, a lot of like some whatever site like Zitric, whatever site that you like to check, maybe like every day or whatever. You can just, instead of having to go into Safari and pull out your bookmarks like that, it's really simple. All you have to do is just tap it on the front page, just like an application, and it'll load. And Safari will pop up and it'll load whatever site you want up. It's very simple. All you have to do is just hit the plus button, and it'll just hit add to home screen. And then all you have to do is you can name it whatever you want. One problem is a lot of sites don't really account for this. And so instead of having a nice icon like some places do, instead of having a nice icon that'll appear, it'll be just like a kind of like a screenshot of whatever the page was, which won't. It won't look like a real app icon, but it'll get you there. It just looks a little weird. But some places do have the good icons. I'm just throwing it out there, because if you don't want your home screen whatever to look all cluttered with these weird looking links. Like I said, this is not for. You don't want, obviously you wouldn't want to do this with all your bookmarks. Your iPod or iPhone will be full, but it's definitely a really handy trick when you want to go to a lot of websites. Like I know, like whenever I get up, I always pull out my iPod and I do this and check this and everything. So it's really nice to have, instead of having to go into Safari and scroll through everything. Just one click, just along with all your applications, and you're all set. So that's just those are just a few of my tips and tricks. I'm sorry, most of you guys probably knew most of them or all of them, but it's just a few things that on the iPhone and iPod Touch that a lot of people just don't notice. Well, be sure to check out Zitric.com for the latest app reviews, iPhone and iPod Touch news, tips and tricks for your device, jailbreaking information, and more. Thanks for watching.